You son of a bitch! Why? Tell me why! Damn his soul! You son of a bitch, you bastard! He's gonna rot in hell for what he did here tonight. Does he have no conscience? Does he have no heart? Do you have no soul? You son of a bitch!
What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? We're about on Blessed Saturday if you're watching this, or whenever you're watching this. Before I get started on today's video for TNA, just gotta do a quick shout out to the Ultra Drivers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble, 344 on YouTube, 95 on Rumble. Games don't stop. We're gonna keep on going. I'm trying to make this shit real quick, and I should be caught up pretty much for this week. We start off with a promo from the wanted man, Nick Nemeth. He says that Genesis was a historic pay-per-view for TNA. Not so much for me. I'm man enough to admit that Joe Hendry was the better man that night, and he is your TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I didn't come out here to cry, bitch, and moan about it. This ain't my first rodeo. I've been in this business for a long time. So what I'm gonna do was what I've been doing is go out there each and every night, steal the spotlight, and get back my TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And then he gets interrupted by my brother, Nick Nemeth's brother. That's all he kept saying is, my brother is very, very upset. My brother needs to realize that Joe Hendry is a fraud. He's a fake. He's a two-pump chump. He sucks. He got lucky that night at Genesis. Nick says, whoa, calm your ass down. All right? I didn't come out here to make excuses. All right? Joe beat me fair and square. Clean as a whistle. Then they get interrupted by, hold on, wait a minute now, pardon me, first class. Because if you ain't first class, you're last. We hear from AJ, not Styles, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar. That is AJ Francis. He says, you guys make a lot of good points, but I want to focus my attention on the brother that actually matters. Right? And listen, Nick, though you came out here saying that you want another shot at the World Heavyweight Championship, but at Genesis, you got your ass kicked, you got mollywopped, you got destroyed by Joe Hendry, that absolute bum. I'm sick and tired of all you old heads stealing up all the spotlight. This isn't 2012, this is 2025, and you're looking at the man that has the most lucrative contract here in TNA history. He says, Papa got a brand new bag. Hey, see what you did there? I like that. I like that James Brown reference. But he says it's full of money. Nick Nemeth's brother then says, my brother doesn't like being interrupted. Nick then stops him. He's like, listen, I don't know what the hell you two are doing out here, but what I do know is that you interrupted me. Nick Nemeth's brother says that, yeah, that's right, and we're gonna beat your ass right here tonight. And then we see Santi Morella. He comes out, he says that, boy, tonight is jam-packed like a can of sardines. And I tell you what, it's gonna be Fist Class versus Ryan and Nick Nemeth in the main event. You know, the crowd pops. Santino got a good pop here. People love Santino. How could you not? We then go backstage with the liaison. That is the beautiful, the gorgeous Ariana Grace. She says that she's here to make sure the relationship between TNA and NXT continues to go smoothly. She then gets interrupted by, do you smell what the chin is cooking? That is Tessa Blanchard. Ariana says oh, it's so nice to meet you. Tessa looks down. She looks up. So you're the little messenger girl that they sent over here. Well, I'll tell you what, this isn't NXT. You don't tell me what to do, but I'll tell you what to do, which is take your happy ass back to NXT, sit that microphone where the sun don't shine, and just smell what the chin is cooking. She then proceeds to bully Gia by saying, like, you didn't just hear me? That goes for you too. Get your ass up out of here. And then makes her flinch. Just abhorrent behavior. You gotta be a shit human being to be mad, be disrespectful in any sort of way to Gia. Gia ain't bother nobody. She's just doing her job. But she sends her ass packing. She says that, let that be a lesson to all you hoes around here, that Tessa Blanchard is running things around here. She's a head bitch in charge, and the only thing you can do is sit there and like it. That's all that happened here, so we move on. Next, we see Cora Jade backstage. She runs into Xia Brookside. Xia tries to welcome her to TNA. Cora completely disrespects her, brushes her off, and saying, like, I didn't come here for you. I'm looking for Masha. And Xia was like, whoa. That type of attitude ain't gonna fly around here. This is an NXT. Alright, didn't my pops train you? And I didn't know this, but Mr. Robbie Brookside is a coach or a trainer down at the Performance Center, so she's correct. Her dad did train Cora Jade. That's kind of crazy. Cora says, I don't give a shit. I ain't got time for you. Pushes her, and Xia's about to whoop her ass, and then Top Flight Security comes and breaks it up. And look at Cora Jade walking around like her shit don't stink because she's smashing CM Punk. That gives her special privileges to act like a complete bitch. Nah, that don't work that way. She's gonna fuck around and find out the hard way, because that leads us to the next match. It's Cora Jade versus the beautiful Hyon. TNA needs to hurry up and just sign her already. But what are you doing, alright? Like, she's 10 times the wrestler that Cora Jade will ever be. But unfortunately for Hyon, Jade right now is getting the push. So we fast forward to the finish. Cora locks in a double underhook DDT that is called Jaded, I believe. For the 1, 2, 3. Cora Jade goes over, looking directly into the camera, saying that, yeah, that's right. It ain't about what you can do, it's about who you know. Alright? After the match, she then whoops Hyon's ass. And then we see Xia Brookside coming in for the save, like, what the fuck's your problem? Only for Xia to get her ass whooped as well. Cora hits the Jaded on her as well. And I'm like, what are they doing with Xia Brookside? Goes out there and looks like a complete goof to Cora Jade of all people. She can outwork this woman any day of the week. Yet she has to go out her way to put her over. What a damn shame. But just before Cora's gonna whoop Xia's ass as well, she gets saved by the current reigning, defending, undisputed TNA Knockouts World Champion, that is Mudurusha Moshe Slamovic. Looking at Cora Jade like that's her next meal. Because it is. Because ain't no fucking way is Cora Jade going over on Masha Slamovich for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. It ain't happening. Well, that's all that happened here, so we move on. Next, we go backstage with Wesley, Tyson, Tyreek. Wesley says, like, everybody keeps asking me these questions. Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Why'd you cut your hair? None of that matters. I came here to teach the Rascals a lesson. They're focused on the NXT Tag Team titles. I'm focused on the NXT World Championship. We're not the same. And I promise these two fellas back here that I will lead them to the promised land and that they will be the next NXT Tag Team Champions. Just like me, Wesley will be the next NXT World Champion. That's pretty much what he said, so we move on. And next we see Ash and Heather Elegance and the concierge talk with Santi Morella backstage. The concierge says he has a fiduciary responsibility to these ladies, how they were screwed out of their titles at Genesis. And Ash by Elegance whooped Danny Luna's ass last week, so in my eyes, they deserve another opportunity at the TNA Knockouts Tag Team titles. Santi Morella, he says that, you know what, you make a compelling point. Now I'm here to tell you I have fantastic news. Next week, there will be a Battle Royale for the knockouts, and whoever wins guarantees them a shot at the TNA Knockout World Championship. He tells them, you two are in it. Spitfire shows up. He tells them, you two are in it. They start fighting. He says, whoa, Santo Yokato, relax. Save it for next week. And that's all that pretty much happens here. So we move on to the next match. And that's the system. Always trust the system. As Brian Myers goes up against my nigga, Leon Slater. Now, Leon put forth a valiant effort against the system, but they had a numbers advantage. It was just too much for Leon. So we fast forward to the finish. Alicia hands Brian some brass knucks. Brian goes full William Regal on Leon, almost knocks his ass out. That right hand, then finishes him off with the Rasta cut. For the 1, 2, 3, Brian Myers goes over, and that's what happens when you don't trust the system. He then go backstage with Mance Warner and Steph Delander. He says that's right. This is our goal. Ain't nobody taking a damn thing from us. I love the way it looks on you, baby. And then he gets attacked by Sami Callihan. They start fighting. Sami says, I'll fucking kill you. They go to commercial break. When we get back, we see Leon Slater talking with the King here in TNA. That is King Cass, a.k.a. Frankie Kazarian. He says, hold on there, Buttercup. I see you took an L there to Brian Myers tonight, just like you took an L to me at Genesis. You win some, you lose some, but I like you, Leon. So I'm going to ask you one more time. Why don't you work for the King? You can hold the King's Cup, you can watch the King wrestle, you can learn from the King himself. Leon says, Frankie, listen. How many times I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna hold your dumbass cup. You cheated at Genesis, just like the system cheated here tonight, and I'm sick of it. And the system shows up and like, hey, look at what we have here, huh? Lou says, listen, Leon, you did a pretty good job out there against the system, and I give you a C. But a C just isn't good enough. So we're here to give you a counter offer. I know you don't want to hold this stupid trophy, so why don't you hold our bags? Better yet, you can hold our championship rings. Alicia says that you could be a secretary for the system. JDC says, you don't want you send me the best of tape of you, and I'll see what I can do. We then see the Hardy Boys show up. Jeff says, listen, man, this dude does a Swanton 450. He's on a different level. JDC says, oh, look, it's the Hardy Boys. It's the English Hardy Boy. You love to see it. Matt says, shut the hell up, you insufferable bore. You're telling Leon that he's going to be the third Hardy Boy just like you were the fourth member in the system? Nah, kick rocks, get the fuck out of here. System leaves, and Frankie, he does the Jeff Hardy taunt as well, and that's pretty much all that happened here. So we move on, we see Sami Callihan and Mance Warner, they're fighting in the crowd. Fast forward, they fight in the ring. Sami Callihan's about to take Mance Warner out for good. You see Steph Delander running interference, which gives enough time for Mance Warner to crack Sami Callihan upside the head with the digital media belt. He then knocks his ass out with a Mississippi knee. He then makes out with Steph Delander, brought a crowd boos the fuck out of these two. That's all that happened here, so we move on. We then go backstage with EY and Steve Macklin. Steve says, listen, man, I don't know what you see in Josh. I know Josh. It's only a matter of time before he stabs you in the back. Eric Young says, that's not going to happen. You got to trust me. I know people. I know Josh. It's going to be okay. He will see the light. Steve says, look, I'm not going to be here while that shit happens. I already know how this shit's going to play out, so miss me with that bullshit. Eric says, it's all good, brother. I got this. So now we move on to the next match, which was easily the match of the night, and that's Laredo Kid versus the greatest politician of all time, and Ali, who we trust, Mustafa Ali. I enjoyed this match very much, but we're going to fast forward to the finish. They're fighting on the outside. Ali just slides through the ropes. The Laredo Kid tries to do the same thing. Ali catches his ass, hits him with a draping DDT with one smooth motion, finishes him off with the 450 sweet. For the 1, 2, 3, Mustafa Ali goes over. They go to commercial. We get back. We see Mustafa Ali backstage. He says, what a glorious moment to be back in TNA. Did you hear that ovation? The crowd is as rambunctious as ever before. They love Mustafa Ali. He then gets interrupted by Mike Santana. Now the Men in Black, the Galaxy Defenders, are going to remove him from the premises, but Ali backs him down. Santana says, I'm all for making an impact here at TNA. You coming back, making your triumphant return, but what you did wasn't cool. I don't like that. So I'm looking at you man to man, eye to eye, I'm asking you, is there going to be a problem? Ali was like, whoa, no, of course not, man. Wait, listen. I have just a thing for you. A supporter, a trusted ally here on the Mustafa Ali campaign to the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and he's always ready. So let me talk to him, and I'll get back to you. That's all I have to hear, so we move on. Next, we had a tag team match of two NPCs from 2K25's My Rise. That is Kid Icarus and Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. They're coming out. They're going up against EY and the Walking Weapon, Perk Alexander. Now, this was the moment of the night. Match was going well. Alexander was trying to go for the hot tag. He tags in Eric Young. Eric Young's hooking up. He turns around and he says, smack. It goes right upside Perk Alexander's head, knocking his headgear off. The crowd was in complete disbelief. They're like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? So then Kid Icarus, Tracy Williams, they start beating the fuck out of Josh Alexander. They hit their tag team finisher, which was kind of like a Shining Wizard to the fairy tale ending. Even though Kid Icarus completely missed his Shining Wizard, that's okay. And then EY finishes him off with one of the best pile drivers of all time. That's how you do a fucking pile driver. Right there. So Eric Young says he's tired of being a babyface, so he officially turns heel. So hopefully this is one step closer for him coming back to the world-class maniac we all need. Alright? That version of EY is sorely missed. Okay? He needs to be back here like next week. So we shall see how things play out. Right? Is it going to be like Violence by Design 2.0? Is it still going to be the Northern Armory? I don't know. Gotta stay tuned next week to find out. That leads us to the next match, which is Wesley going up against the fake Chris Angel. As Wesley stated earlier, that is Ace Austin. Decent match. It could have ended badly because when we fast forward to the spot, Ace Austin, he's going for the Fosbury flop. He hit it like last week, I believe. Goes for it this week. Unfortunately, his hip hits the top of the rope and he almost lands on his fucking neck. Thank God he didn't, because that could have ended very, very badly. Like, it's bad enough Chris Bay is injured. We don't need Ace Austin to be injured also. So thank God he's okay, for what I've heard. Right, but fast forward, we see Tyreek. He's causing a distraction to Ace Austin, which gives enough time for Wesley to hit the cardiac kick to Ace Austin for 1, 2, 3. Wesley goes over. After the match, they're whooping Ace Austin's ass. Then we see the Rascals coming in for the save. So most likely it's going to be like a 6-man tag team match next week. The Rascals versus Wesley, Tyson, and Tyreek. These guys need a fucking stable name. If they're going to be a trio, give them a fucking name. Alright? Fucking MSK. With an MSK versus the Rascals. There you go. But we move on. We get a promo from the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I believe in Joe Hendry. Dun, dun. He says that he's a bit short on challengers for his title, but have no fear, as I am here right now to deliver some exciting news, because next week there will be a Joe Hendry concert. That's right, you heard me. There will be a Joe Hendry concert live and in full effect. And how gracious of Joe to do something for the fans. So coming out here and cutting a boring ass promo like some other champions do on other shows, at least he's trying to do something to entertain the people. How benevolent of Joe Hendry, and that's why the people believe in Joe Hendry. But now we move on to the main event. And it's first class, and if you ain't first class, you're last. And they're going up against Nick Nemeth and Nick Nemeth's brother. Alright, gonna fast forward to the finish. This was a good main event, good tag team match. Nick counters KC, he hits a Faymaster, he then sets him up with the Danger Zone, yeah. But while he was doing this, Nick Nemeth's brother tags himself in. Nick hits the Danger Zone, yeah, to KC. Then we see Nick Nemeth's brother coming in, still in the win. 1, 2, 3. Nick and Nick Nemeth's brother go over. Nick was looking like, what the fuck? I'm gonna let that slide this time, but don't do that fuck shit again. And that's it. That's all that happened here for this week's episode, TNA. Decent episode overall. Some a crazy heel turn from Eric Young. So yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on this episode. Like if you like, hate if you hate. All I want to see is the engagement and feedback from you guys. Alright, as far as the next video, probably be the NWA video. I'm finally gonna knock that out. Right, I'll try to do the GCW video if I can. We'll have to see. But wasting enough of your guys' time, so be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, and most importantly, trust in God. I'm out of here. Until next time, adios.